know how much water we're losing, but we are at Home Depot to see if we get a cap or something to put on there, because evidently that's what people do. But it's like a siphon effect. Oh, that was quick.
Okay.
Whew, just like that. Dave is awesome. So we found a spot that could work. We came here with some friends, and there's a spot that we can kind of be camped next to each other pretty much. So we're gonna park here for now, and then we're gonna go walk around and see if there's something else that we like even better. We're all set up, but we did have a big scare. When we were putting this down, the foot down, we were stacking it on some leveling blocks, and somehow it kind of slid off, and the whole trailer shifted, and the foot went to the ground. It scared us terribly, as you can imagine. But those chains down there were attached to the truck, so it kept it from sliding very far, because one of the chains was completely taut, and we had to actually back up a bit to be able to take it off and readjust things. It's fine now, but we had understood that you should leave the chains attached till the very end, and we did, and it paid off. So make sure you do the same. And we came camping with some friends, and they have a new trailer, but they're having problems with their fridge, which is so frustrating. They have it on gas and it catches, but it won't stay on. Thankfully, our fridge is working great. They can always put their food in our fridge if need be, but I swear it's always something. But it's gorgeous here, and it's just nice to get away. But let me show you what it looks like. This is the same spot we stayed in last year. We're outside Capitol Reef on some dispersed camping, but let me show you. Making some pork chops. Oh yeah. It's really windy this morning, but we slept pretty well. Today we're going to go into Capitol Reef with our friends. We've both been here before, but we're going to just go kind of wander around, get some pie. You know, the funny thing is we have kind of these favorite places that we go each year. Not each year, but favorite places that we go over and over, because this is our second time in this specific camp area, this BLM land, but we've been to Capitol Reef before. But you know, you kind of get your favorites that you know and you're familiar with and you like to go to, and Capitol Reef's one of them. So we're gonna go there. We'll grab some pie from Gifford House. If you saw last year's video, which I'll link here, you'll see we got cherry and peach. Dave chose the cherry, I chose the peach. They're both really good. Honestly, I may get the same kind because it was really good. We'll see what they have. But this morning I'm going to make breakfast, and it's sausage and eggs like I've done before, but I got some new pots and pans that are pretty cool, because the ones I had were just kind of cheap. They weren't that great. And these ones that I got, I have some like these at home, although the ones at home have handles that stay attached. These have detachable handles so that they stack really well in the drawer. Let me show you. So they're down here, and you see how they're all stacked. I took one of them out that goes actually on the very bottom, but it's got these lids, and they can also, and here's one handle and I have a second one. There's these lids, so you can actually bake, and they have different colors. I like the blue, and I have these dividers too. And I'll link all this stuff in the description, but you can bake with these, and then you can put things in the fridge, and then there's these lids that go with it. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, I use the same brand at home, and I love them. They work great. Things don't seem to stick, and I just really like them. So I'm gonna use it for the first time. So let's try it out. This is what I'm using for breakfast. Isn't that pretty? The brand's, it's C-A-R-O-T-E. I don't know how you pronounce it. or carotte. I don't know, but they're supposed to be good. And here's the handle. So we'll put that on. You pull this back and this pops open, and then you put it on and clip it shut, and then you have a handle, because that makes it convenient for storage, especially in an RV where space is at kind of at a premium. And I don't need to, of course I didn't with the other pans either. I didn't spray anything on here or put any oil or anything or butter for sausage, because it has fat, so it kind of makes its own grease. Let's see how it works. I also got some new like spatulas and stuff. I actually just got these at Walmart. This is Pioneer Woman. They were less expensive than some of the other ones. It was like, I don't know, it was like $10 for all three, I think. But they seem like nice ones. And even though it's wood, because I don't have a dishwasher in here, obviously, everything's washed by hand. So it's like, okay, well, because wood, I feel like you wouldn't want to put in the dishwasher. It's like, well, that will work great. And I wanted some, I love the silicone. And I needed a spaghetti one and just a spoon. And with this material on these pots and pans, you don't want metal, you don't want to scratch it. So this is the kind of thing you want to use. So I'm going to try out this one for the first time. I also got some colorful measuring cups and measuring spoons from Walmart, because I just wanted some color, something fun. You guys, I have to tell you how nice it is to have a fridge that we can count on. It's working awesome. The fridge in our truck camper that we're still trying to sell, we've decided it just needs a fan, I think, to help circulate the air, because it works okay, but it's just, you know, those absorption fridges, that's just kind of how they are a lot of times. They just don't work as well. This 12-volt compressor, it works like a dream. You can see the temperature. So the fridge is doing great, the freezer's doing great, and that's how it should be. So I just have to say, loving it. It's so pretty here today though. It's just, it says it's 58 degrees, so it's a little cool, but it's sunny. And so our battery, last I checked, it was at like 80%, and that was after keeping the fridge cold all night. And now the sun's shining though. The solar panel should be regenerating, refilling the battery, and so it's working great. Still hate this sink, which evidently a lot of people, and also like this shade won't go all the way up, and so it like bangs on the frame all the time when the wind's blowing. It's super annoying. Maybe I'll close the window. Maybe that'll help. It's really annoying. The other one doesn't do that, but there's always the little quirks. This is only our second time using the camper or the trailer, so you know, we're still kind of figuring out where we want everything. Look at this cabinet is empty. I didn't even use it. There's so much storage, and we didn't use any storage above the bed. Like, there's so much storage. Now, it's only a weekend trip, so there's not a lot of stuff, but it's crazy how much storage there is. But the sink, like I was starting to say, it's horrible. Everybody who has these, because I belong to a Facebook group for these Imagine AIM trailers, and like nobody likes them. And so a lot of people will change this out, take this off, and take this whole thing out, and put a sink that's just round, and then put a faucet that's separate. And so that's something I'm going to be doing. But first we had a different project that we did. We moved the battery from the tongue of the trailer into the pass-through. And the reason we did that, and when I say we, it was my husband and my son. I filmed it, but they did all the work. Because it's a 206 amp hour LiFePO battery, lithium battery, and it's too tall for pretty much any battery case. Plus, for security purposes, we thought it'd be better to put it there. And if you know anything about lithium batteries, they don't off gas like a lead acid battery, so it's safe to put them inside. So it took many hours, did it in a day, but moved it, which is awesome. It's great to have it in there. So that was a big project that we had to do. And we've got a smart shunt, a Victron smart shunt, and a Victron smart solar charger, because the one that came with it is a PWM, and this one is an MPPT. And my understanding, I don't know a ton about it, but the PWM is more of an analog, where the MPPT is digital, so it's much more precise and more efficient. So we switched to that, and I'll link those in the description because we got those on Amazon. So those are working great, and then we have an app so we can check how much power is coming in, how much, I guess, amperage is coming in, how charged up the battery is, and that type of thing. So that was a big project. So the sink will be coming later. I filmed all of the video of moving that battery, and it's going to take many hours to edit it, because I was trying to stay out of the way as the guys worked, but still capture what I could on film. And you know, I'm not monetized on this channel. I'm not making any money. I'm just doing this for fun. So I'm not sure when I'll get around to doing that because I have other things I need to do, like writing my books that I can actually earn money. So that's a higher priority. Now I'm going to wash the dishes in the sink. The faucet can move up and down. See how it moves up and down? But it doesn't really go side to side. It doesn't pull out and rinse. So with larger dishes, it's kind of tricky to wash. But I'll do my best. Also, both Dave and I took showers this morning, and it's the tanks. It shows that we're 2/3 fresh water, which, you know, we lost a little bit, but we've been using some water. But look, it shows the gray is empty, which is awesome. That means we can shower tomorrow morning too, because it gets a little warm here, and you know, you get a little sweaty and sticky and you want to shower. But yeah, the shower works great, and the water heater, it's an on-demand water heater, that's working great. Everything's working great. Loving it so far. Even though we're making a few modifications, like moving the battery, and we'll change out the sink. And evidently a lot of people change out that toilet because it's plastic, and when you sit on it, it's very squeaky. So they change it to a porcelain, I think it is. And we may or may not do that because it's a couple $100. And it's the lower priority. And also we want to change a mattress because it's like kind of like laying on a board that has a pad on it. So it's not real comfortable. But we might wait till next year because we don't have very many more trips this year. So we may wait on that. We'll see. Anyway, let's get to the dishes. One other thing I forgot to tell you is we got a new paper towel holder because there was nowhere to hang the paper towels. Let me show you. It's right here. And it's got this kind of thing on it so that the paper towels won't just start spinning on their own like when you're traveling. And you can screw it on, but we decided to first try just using the sticky pad that came with it so that we wouldn't have to put holes in the cabinets. And it seems to be working just fine. So you don't have to pull too hard, and it kind of, you know, releases them a little at a time. It's always nice to get things off the counter. So that's one thing we've changed. One of many. This camper's great. There's not many things we really need to change, which is nice because we change a lot of things in that truck camper. But I'll leave a link to this. We got on Amazon, as we get most things. I'll leave a link to the paper towel holder on Amazon because we like it. Works great, and it wasn't very expensive. I forget how much it was. $10 maybe? I don't remember. But anyway, I'll leave a link in the description. Dave and I are walking on this back in here, seeing if there's very many people around. I thought it'd be busier because it's September, it's after Labor Day, but in southern Utah, that's a good time to come camping because it's not quite as hot. It's like 64 right now, but it's kind of windy. Surprisingly though, there's not a lot of people here. So we're thinking we maybe come here more often, I don't know. But it's just so gorgeous here. Oh, I see one vehicle, but just gorgeous here. Wind died down a bit now. It feels really comfortable out here. We're just kind of checking some of these roads and stuff. There's only so far like 2 other people here in this kind of back section. Let me show you how it looks here though. It's I don't really see anywhere to camp along this road, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, this is like, oh yeah, it's like a little fire pit someone created. Look at that. This is a cool spot. We're gonna head into Capitol Reef with our friends. You know what's cool though? This spot gets lots of sun. And so right now we're 82% on our battery and it's coming in at 12 amp hours. So it's coming in really nicely. So by the time I get back, the battery will be charged up, I bet. I'm trying to decide what shoes to wear because I have these really cute hiking boots. Aren't those cute? They're Skechers. I love Skechers. And they're comfortable, but they're kind of hot too. So I think I'm gonna put on other shoes because I don't think we're gonna go hiking. They're real comfortable and they're cute, but they're kind of hot. And I don't think we're gonna go hiking because these friends of ours aren't really into that. Probably just gonna like go to the visitor center, drive around. Maybe I'll do a little bit of a walk. So I'll probably just put my regular Skechers on. The thing I don't like about them is the tread, it's soft or something and it just picks up rocks and it's kind of annoying, where this doesn't really do that because it's a little stiffer tread. Maybe I'll bring these in case we do go on a longer walk, but the other ones are okay too. Anyway, not a real big problem, but just trying to figure out, because we won't have the truck camper with us. Of course, we have the trailer now. So we have to plan ahead and bring the things with us that we're going to need, like water. We don't really have any snacks. We'll come back here for lunch because we're like less than 10 miles from Capitol Reef. So we'll just go there for a while and come back. That's one drawback. That's one thing I loved about the truck camper, is just having everything with us wherever we went. That was super nice. It was a cute little camper and I really loved it, but Dave just couldn't get very comfortable. And it was tight and it was chaotic in the mornings when we were both trying to get ready. So, you know, well, there's my toilet in the background. Isn't that lovely? We'll go like this. Anyway, but this trailer's great. We're really loving it. You know, they all have the pros and cons. You just have to figure out what's most important and what works best for you. So sometimes you have to try something and it turns out it didn't work out the way you thought it would. That's just life, right? But anyway, we're gonna go to Capitol Reef and I don't know if I'll really film much because the whole weird thing with the National Park Service and filming things are gonna be on YouTube, even though, you know, it's just dumb. It's dumb. But anyway, I'll talk to you soon. Well, we went to Gifford House to get the pies and we got some. They had plenty. It's 11 o'clock, but there's people, like constant stream of people, so they'll be selling out quick. But for some reason, the road beyond the campground is closed, so we can't go beyond that. So instead, we're gonna go do some exploring outside the park. There's some petroglyphs and we probably will go look at that. Beyond that, I don't know. I'm in the back seat because our friends are in the truck with us. They don't want to be on camera. So we're having a good time though. It's a beautiful day. It says it's 74 degrees. Could not be nicer. We're just driving through the Fruta campground and look, there's a deer right here. Isn't that fun? Love to see wildlife. That's one of my favorite things about camping. We just went to a pull-off that because the park is basically closed, there's like everybody else is also looking for things to do. There's a place with some petroglyphs, but there's not much parking. It was pretty full. So we just came to this pull-off, but it's really pretty here. There's a kind of a stream, river rolling by. I'll show you. Look at the soaring walls. That's really pretty. We decided to do the Grand Wash Trail. It's the end that's on off of Highway 24. Oh, Highway 24. The other end you get to through Capitol Reef, but you can't because it's closed for whatever reason, that road. So we're just doing this little hike. We're not gonna go far because we're just not, that's not our goal today, but it's really pretty. It's hard to really get the scale of these walls. How many feet up do you think this is, you guys? Like this one right here. What would you guys guess? What? 100 feet? It's, yeah, it's hard to tell, but it's very high, very soaring. Really pretty here. It says, oh, I don't know what the temperature is, like in the 70s. So it's not too hot, but it's warm with the sun beating on us. Look how pretty the sky looks though. It's really blue. Look at this plant. I don't know if you can see this.
Ground wash.
It almost looks like a spider all over this plant. If you know what it is, comment down below, but it's kind of interesting. I've never seen that before. It has these white flowers on here too. All part of the same plant. Do you see those people in the distance? That gives you an idea of the scale of these rock walls. We just did a half mile there in the Grand Wash hike. So we came to this pull off where there's petroglyphs, and here's some that are really cool. And now we're going a little farther down this boardwalk to see what we can see. And the nice thing is it's breezy and cool here because it's a little hot in the sun. So it feels really nice here. There's a lot of people though, although not right in this spot. We're back from looking at the petroglyphs. Petroglyphs are when it's carved into the rock. Pictographs are when it's kind of drawn on using, I don't know what materials they used, but that's the difference. We didn't see too many more pictographs except those ones that I showed you. However, there's a place in Vernal, Utah, which isn't too far from Skinwalker Ranch, if you're familiar with that, which I'm very fascinated by the whole idea of Skinwalker Ranch and aliens and paranormal events. But Dave and I went to this place near Vernal where there were a whole bunch of petroglyphs that were really interesting. We're looking at the petroglyphs. This is the McConkey Ranch outside of Vernal. There's some really extensive petroglyphs here. This one over here is kind of interesting. Notice the really big feet and the pointy head. So maybe they saw an alien with giant feet and a pointy head, and that's what it looked like, and so they're just depicting what they saw. I swear it looks like an alien, okay? It really does. Tell me what you think. Looks like that to me. But right now it's about 1 o'clock and we're back at camp. It's very pleasant. We're in the shade, and it's so it's very cool and pleasant. And we're just gonna hang out here, have some lunch, and just relax. And tonight I think we're gonna try to do a fire because we did bring stuff to make s'mores and we brought some firewood. So we need to try to do that. But we're just enjoying the day and just relaxing. This is Panorama Point, and as you can see when the sun hits it, it's really pretty there. Let me give you a big, pretty much a 360-degree view. This is a view from our doorway. How beautiful is that? You can see some RVs farther over, but we're back in a little deeper where there's fewer people, but it's so pretty. Good morning. It's Sunday and today's our last day. We're not leaving early and we've had a really nice time. It was windy again all night. It was windy the night before. I think that's just a feature of this place because it was windy last time we were here a year ago, June. Also, there were kind of a lot of gnats sometimes, although when it's really windy, it kind of keeps them away. And I also got a few mosquito bites. So that's note to self, if we come back here, bugs. Not the best. But right now we're just going to get ready to go home, have some breakfast first. The funny thing is, Dave and I took showers today and yesterday, and the saying that we have 1/3 fresh water, but it still says gray's empty. It's like, is that accurate? I don't know. I hope they're accurate. The gray, I think, is 45 gallons and the fresh is 37. So even though every time we use fresh, it's going into the gray tank, that doesn't necessarily mean that if we use 1/3 of fresh, it would be 1/3 of gray. Anyway, I hope it's accurate, but it's okay because we're leaving today and our battery is like 80% or something, so we're fine there. Again, like I said, I'm going to make some breakfast and then we're going to head home. But I've got to do the obligatory coffee video. Dave and I are kind of new to drinking coffee because we, about 1.5 years ago, left a high demand religion that doesn't allow coffee drinking. So it's kind of new to us. I do add a chocolate collagen powder because I like a little bit of a chocolate taste. Plus it has protein in it, and then I add the protein milk, Fairlife protein milk, so it's more like protein coffee, which you've probably heard of that. And then coconut creamer, which I like. This is good. My daughter introduced me to that. We're gonna head home today, like I said, and I sure appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed it and that you'll come back for the next video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next trip.